This is the plaintiff, Anthony Pallone. He says he bought a 2006 Dodge Dakota from the defendant, and the guy never gave him a good title so he could register it. That's right, the louse has been giving him the runaround for 6 months now. The truck has been sitting idle, and he's about as fed up as you can be. He's suing for the $1,450 he paid for their truck, plus towing. This is the defendant, Sean Barbary. He says he was very open and honest with the plaintiff about the title confusion when he sold him the truck. And he can't believe the guy's being a big crybaby now by dragging him into court. He put so much time and effort into helping the plaintiff get the title, but if he won't cooperate, there's nothing he can do. He's accused of taking way too long.
All parties, please hit your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a Dodge Dakota from the defendant. The guy never gave him the title, but the defendant says he was open and honest about title problems. It's the case of every lawsuit has a title.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Anthony Pallone,
Yes.
you are suing Sean Barbary for $1,450 that you want returned to you, $1,200 what you paid for a 2006 Dodge Dakota you can't title, and $250 for towing.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
I bought the truck from him. I live in Massachusetts, so when I went to register it, in the state of Massachusetts, you need the seller's name on the title, and then my name is the buyer on the title.
Of course, that's
Well,
everywhere.
he had his aunt's name on it as the seller and him as the buyer.
He jumped title. That means the aunt gave you the title to the car, but you never registered it and paid the sales tax.
Yes, but I am willing to do all of that, and that's a...
Okay,
Oh,
but
wait.
what do you mean by willing? Because we've been at this for quite some time. You've had the truck for how long?
July or August.
And you've been unable to
I
register
can't
it?
register it.
But why do you buy it if that's how the title looked? You didn't find that out until afterwards?
Not until I went to register it, no.
Wait, you hadn't looked at the title for the car that you bought?
No. The title, I looked at the title and it had his name
Well,
and his
you
aunt's
didn't
name.
look at it and notice that it was filled out?
I did notice it.
Okay.
And then when I went to my insurance company, they said, no, his name has to be a seller.
Yes, honey, I know. I'm wondering why you, a grown man, all right,
Yep.
didn't look at the title and say, wait, you know, that you didn't have an inkling that there was something wrong with it?
No.
Okay. Until you went to register it, and what happens? They tell you, what are you talking about?
I can't do it.
Right.
They
So
won't.
then you call him, and what does he say?
He said, oh, I'll try and get the title for you. And it's taken, I don't know, 6-8 months, and he hasn't got it. I got a text saying, oh, the title will be in any day now. Nothing. So he said, well, bring the car out. That's a $250 toll.
Right, so tell me about that. At one point, he says, for me to get you a clean title to a car I sold you months ago, you need to get the car over to...
I brought it to a dealership to have them give it an inspection so he could get a title for it. That's what he told me.
Okay, and why did it have to be towed?
You can't register
uninsured.
it. Uninsured. You can't
Okay.
register it. You can't.
Wow, you're a careful person.
We don't see that in
I'm not
Boston.
sure what I would have done. I might have just... Okay, so you towed it.
I towed it there. They gave it the inspection. I brought it back home, waiting on him. After the 60 days, he called me again and said, well, we got to bring it back there and do it
Wait,
again.
why? What do you mean after the 60 days? What's he talking
I have
about?
no idea.
Well, there was actually a lot more than 60 days in between that time frame.
That's not good for you.
It is and it
Why
isn't.
are you selling cars that you do not have title to?
All right, so I got this truck through an estate when my grandfather passed away. I was given the truck by my aunt, and it's been a complete nightmare. I wish I never even took the truck. And basically, I got the title from my aunt, and it was originally, when he took possession of it, it was originally in my brother's name. My aunt had put my brother there. So the first...
Why? Did she mean to give it to your brother?
No, and that's why I have a letter stating that she did not mean to give it to my
She
brother.
just got you confused? Like,
Yep.
But what I don't understand is you're selling the car, so you're looking at the title a little more carefully than he is. You know that you got a car that you didn't register. And you know that there's a consequence to that because when you register it, you're supposed to pay taxes. And so you didn't pay the taxes and then you sold the car that way. How did you figure he was going to register that car?
I'm exempt from paying taxes on that vehicle. I have a gift form from the
That's
state of
fabulous,
Connecticut.
except for you didn't execute any of this, did you?
I did.
You didn't take care of all that before selling the car, did you? No, you didn't. Just answer. We all know the answer.
Before selling the car, no.
Right, that's kind of when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you solve the first problem? First, you had to get a title in your aunt's name again so she can gift it to the right nephew.
Yes.
All right, so you did that.
Yep, and I had actually asked her to leave it blank so that I could just fill his name in and have her directly
Sell it to him. That would have been perfect.
Which would have made sense.
What did she do instead?
She wrote my name on it.
How old's your aunt? I mean, like way up there or no?
No, about 50.
Okay, never mind.
No,
Wait, no, that's young as hell.
We're not on the best terms. She did it on purpose.
So if the guy can't give good title, can you automatically get your money back?
Yes, because you can't register it in your name, so it's not yours.
Fair enough?
No, sorry.
What do you say?
Probably not.
God, you are smart. You are smart going inside the courtroom.
Why would she do it on purpose?
We just had a disagreement at my grandfather's funeral, and the whole family is not really all together anymore. And
That's a shame. So what happens? What do you do?
so then I take all of this paperwork and I go to the DMV, and the DMV tells me that my emissions has now expired.
You mean the thing he towed the car and brought it over? So now
Yes.
60 days have passed. Why would it take 60 days after he takes it over? He tows it at his expense, your expense, right?
Yep.
To get it inspected because he's trying to help you do what you should have done before you sold it. And you let 60 days pass?
Well, it took more than 60 days to get the second title in.
So then you actually have the nerve to call him and tell him, hey, tow it again to get inspected again because it expired. I couldn't get stuff done in the 2 months, right?
Yes, but
Meanwhile, he's got a car he bought from you that he cannot drive.
I was just selling him the car, and I discounted the car extensively for the title stipulation.
Really? May I see that in writing? Because he denies that even happened. He says no one knew there was a problem till he took the title to his DMV in order to register it in his name.
Just like you said.
Can you prove at all that you warned him, I'm selling you a car, but it's just a shell of a car because you won't be able to register. Can you prove that you warned him of that?
No more than he can prove that I didn't.
Well, here's the thing, Pumpkinhead. The problem is that when most people buy a car, the natural thing to expect is that they're going to be able to register it and, I don't know, drive it. That's kind of what people expect.
Which is
right?
why I tried to help him.
It's not that big a stretch. So tell me what happens next. You then tell him, tow it again, get it inspected again, and maybe I'll get around to it in the next 2 months. And he says, I'm done. I want my money back, and I want my tow fee. Correct?
Yep.
And you say?
I told him that I'd be willing to do it. I said that all we need to do is get this, and you will have your title. That's all we need to do. I have all the paperwork right here.
Well, let me ask you about that. I want to know what further progress have you made to put him or you in a position to get a title?
I cannot make any more progress without bringing it to emissions. That's the only thing I need to do.
That sounds to me, Sean, like a Sean problem. Okay? I'm ordering you to return to the plaintiff the $1,200 he paid for the truck as well as the $250 that he had been willing to spend just to get your problem solved that didn't seem to solve your problem because apparently 6 to 8 months is not enough time for you to do what you should have done before you sold the car. Verdict for the plaintiff.
So after a long period of time, it looks like the plaintiff is going to get his money back finally. Sean, what a mess.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's finally over.
Are you embarrassed?
No, I'm just glad it's over.
Don't you feel bad for him?
Nope.
You don't feel bad for him?
I
put him through?
It's just a bad situation for everybody involved.
Yeah, a terrible situation.
Yep.
I mean, how would you feel if you bought a car and 6, 7, 8 months later still haven't been able to drive it?
I wouldn't have bought it.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck, Sean.
Yep.
Don't try selling any more cars. Mr. Pallone, I think everybody feels sorry for you. What a mess.
Yeah,
what a
it
mess.
was a mess.
But you're part of the problem because you didn't look at the title to begin with, right?
Yep.
So everybody's at fault here.
Everybody's at fault, yep.
Okay. So he's going to get the car. He's going to have to come get the car now.
Yeah, I'm not paying for another tow. He can come get it.
Well, good luck to you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. What a crazy situation, Harvey. What do you think?
Okay, Doug, first of all, I'm so sorry. What did you say?
I thought I was wrong, but I was actually right in my brain.
On the title issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're a smart kid. You were a smart kid, and we will see you tomorrow in People's Court.